You ready for the liberation era? Yes, it's time to break free, to liberate yourself, because Uranus, the planet of change, freedom, and liberation, just moved into Gemini, opening the doors for this brand new era. Where you finally feel free to liberate yourself, especially in the realms of communication, media, technology, and your voice. So it's time to activate your throat chakra, your voice, and get liberated. So I'm so excited to be here for another video. My name is Luana Bossetti, and I'm an astrologer and an intuitive guide here to help you use astrology as your compass in your day-to-day life so that you can create the life that you truly desire. But as I always say, astrology is a powerful tool. But if you just learn about it and never actually apply or embody it in your life, nothing will change. So my mission is to really help you embody this tool, and I do that in many ways. But the first entry to my work, it's through my school community, which is free, and it's the entry point to help you embody astrology. So if you feel called to do that, link is in the show notes. And now let's get this started. So before we get into Uranus in Gemini, let's take a little step back and reflect on the transit that just ended. And I'm talking about Uranus in Taurus, because this transit started on 2018 and actually come to an end now on the 26th of April, 2026. But I don't want us to move into this Gemini and forget about this Uranus in Taurus, because that era that just come to an end actually taught us embodiment, taught us that the most important connection is the one with ourselves, with our body, but also with nature, and that we can only do that when we ground ourselves, when we slow down and take a moment to connect with our heart, connect with our body, that it's our vessel that connects us with the spirit world and this earth world. So as we move into Gemini, I don't want you to forget this connection that also the pandemic, among many other things, really helped us. And so I want you to reflect on how you can bring this connection into this new transit. So maybe you can reflect on what's your relationship with nature? What's your relationship with yourself? Are you feeling like you are living in alignment with Mother Nature, with the seasons and all of that? And if you do or you don't, maybe what are some practices that you can take in this new era to keep you grounded and connected, like being out in nature, like doing yoga, moving your body in ways that connects you to yourself, moving your body. The body is your vessel of connection. So that's why embodiment, which is just means come back to the body, it's so deeply important. And I don't want you to forget this as we enter this new era of Gemini Uranus in Gemini, that it's so much more, air. Gemini rules the mind, it's an air sign. But the calendar, the cosmic calendar, the zodiac, is in a divine order. So, yes, we're moving into Gemini, but we don't have to forget what Taurus taught us. So, yes, and I'm actually glad that we're starting this transit in Taurus season so we can still feel and connect with this energy. Because normally when you start a transit at 0 degrees, it's a baby energy, it's the beginning. And so let's take with us all the lessons, all the things that we've learned during this Uranus in Taurus, and then bring them with us in Uranus in Gemini. Yeah. So let's start talking about all this transit about Uranus in Gemini that started last year in 2025. We had a little taste of it between like July and October, more or less, if I'm not wrong. don't quote me on the dates, but definitely last year we had a little bit of a taste of this. And then this year, from April 26, 2026, we are actually seeing these transits for good. It's not going to go back retrograde in Taurus anymore. It's going to stay in Gemini until 2033. So we have 7 years of this transit because Uranus moves every 7 years. And so we have enough time to be able to ground ourselves into this transit. And again, the beginning of the transit, it's not when you have to completely change your life, but it's when you need to start setting the intention that you will start cultivate through all these 7 years. When we have long transits, it's not like my suggestion for you, it's not just to take the leap and jump both feet in. If you feel like that, always trust your intuition. But if you don't, just take one step in front of another, and then you will see the results at the end of this 7th year transit. And also, I want to remind you that this is not a bad transit. And if some fearmonger astrologer want to say otherwise, please don't listen. Yes, we have a combination of air with this Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, and then fire with this Neptune and Saturn in Aries. But that doesn't need to be a bad thing. Sometimes we need these two energy to clear the way, clear the path so we can move forward. And especially Uranus, the sign of the collective as well, we need to do that on a larger scale. So what is all about Uranus? Uranus is a planet of change, the planet of freedom, the planet of liberation. It really rules the collective. It's the one that it's like thrives on change, of innovation, evolution, but not just for the sake of it, but for the benefit of the collective, of humanity as one. And then we have Gemini, that it's also air. It's air sign, and it rules communication. It rules technology. It rules also the throat chakra, and what the media and all of that. And what many people forget, it also rules your intuition, because yeah, you can feed into the low stereotype of Gemini. They are indecisive, they're always changing their mind, they're gossiping, they're scattered. But Gemini, at its best, it's really the channeler from the source, spirit, God, whoever you want to call it, to this earth. Is the channeler. They are the gods, like they are bridging these two worlds. So that's very important to remember. That's why at its highest with this transit, we can really become more conscious and start using our voice, using the media, using technology in a more conscious way that it's going to benefit the collective. It's really time to start using your voice with intention, with authenticity, with awareness. It's time to liberate your throat chakra, this area, and really speak your truth, and speak not just for the sake of speaking, but speak from intuition. Don't forget the connection between the other realm and this realm. So remove all the noise and just connect with your intuition. It's the time to engage with media, information, technology in a way that serves you, not in a way that overwhelms you. It's also a powerful moment to use your voice and your platforms in service of the collective, to contribute to the next phase of humanity. This is the higher road, the higher path and expression of this transit. Like always, there's also a lower expression, and of this transit can really be gossip, scatter energy, information overload, anxiety, and losing yourself in the noise. If you keep putting things into your system, that's when you lose yourself, because you cannot listen to the voice of your intuition. As always, you have the power, you get a choice, and you choose which expression, which path you want to take. But I truly hope that you take the higher path. And we're not aiming for perfection here. There will be times where we feel anxious, clutter, where we feel like maybe gossiping. It's just about bringing awareness to those times and come back again to the higher road of this transit. Um, yes, this is basically what this transit is about. And obviously, it's important that if you want to embody this transit, to first of all, locate this transit in your birth chart. How do you do that? I always use astro.com. You go there, create your profile, you find the wheel of life, this round cake as well with different pies. And you look on the outer wheel, you see the sign of Gemini, and then you go in the inner wheel where you see little numbers and you check where is Gemini in your birth chart, in which house or houses as well, because it can be in different houses. This is the area of your life that will be highlighted in the next 7 years, and even more so when there is like Gemini season for the next 7 years, because also the sun will illuminate this area with Uranus as well. So let me know in the comments as well where this area of your life is. And if you want the full horoscopes with some journal prompts and a ritual as well, I'll leave you the link to my Substack where I wrote all the horoscopes for you, and you can go in and check them out. But really, if you take anything from this video, I want it to be short and sweet. It's really to don't forget, carry that connection with nature to yourself as your foundation in this new era that we are entering in this new era that is here to support your most authentic, expressed, and liberated self. Remember to connect with yourself, to remove the noise, connect to your intuition, and to use all these powerful resources that are the media, technology, and your voice in a way that supports you and the collective, and not in a way that overwhelms or even harms you. So let me know how this landed for you. And I wish you a powerful Uranus in Gemini. Peace and love.